Oh, it's Retrogames Day! Retrogames Friday!
I think I love retro games.
Hello, it is me, it is Jace at Retrogames! Yeah, oh, big one today. Big one today, how are ya? Happy Retrogaming Day, we're back, it's Friday, it's games time, it's games time. How are you doing? How's your week been? Anything to report? Not much games news this week, is there? Nothing particularly exciting, isn't there? There's a big Oculus event, isn't there? Going to announce they're going to confirm the Oculus 3 details, the Oculus Quest 3. I'm quite excited about that, quite excited. No, I quite like VR, but I do find that VR, it's a bit of a faff, isn't it? VR, bit of a faff. You sit there, you think, oh, I want to play something nice, or something exciting here. You think, oh yeah, put on the old VR. No, it's a bit of a faff. I love VR, I absolutely love it, and when I get a new VR system I am checking the cameras, I'm so excited, but there is that element of effort, and it's hard to take that away. They're trying to make it lighter so it doesn't press down on your face and stop your blood going into your nose, if that's what happens. They're trying to make it, you know, built-in sound, so there's, you know, no wires, all that, well, apart from PlayStation VR 2. But until it's just like picking up a pair of glasses, that's about right, isn't it? Pick up your glasses, pop your glasses, I'm in the game. That is the kind of hands-on, instant. I mean, it seems pathetic, doesn't it? They've got all this technology, amazing, inside a video game, but yeah, partly I just want to pick it up, put my glasses on. Oh yeah, I'm in VR. Yeah, we'll get there. They keep trying. They haven't given up on it yet. Zuckerberg has still got more money to spend. Anyway, apart from that, we might talk about that again next week. Who knows? What else can I talk about? Oh, did you just check out the latest Jason Japan video? Now, last week I really bigged up. Yeah, thanks ever so much for everyone watching Jason Japan. It went quite well. Episode 2 went live on Wednesday, and I thought it was better because there's a lot more games in it. There's a lot more video games, lots to give you a real idea of what it's actually like shopping in Japan for retro game stuff. But no, it did terribly. It scraped 200 views at this point, and it's the worst performing video out of the last 10 videos I've put on. It is the worst one. You know, traffic, and I can't tell you how much work the Jason Japan show is compared to this. I've put in so much work. I mean, I lost entire weekends editing those episodes, and I don't blame you guys because you guys all watched it. I know you did because you're my heroes, but you know, it's just like, oh god, I hate YouTube, and I know I'm not allowed to complain. Retro Bear, he tells me off, stop complaining about the traffic. But when you watch so much rubbish and it's got hundreds of thousands of views, and then you put all that effort and time, and you know, I went especially to Japan to film it, you know, and then boosh. I don't know what you're thinking. You think, yeah, but the first episode's got over 3,000 views. It has, but that's because I paid to advertise on YouTube. YouTube got me, they give me terrible traffic, so I'm forced to pay. And those 3,000 views cost me 240 quid. What do you reckon? What? Exactly. Big waste of money. Don't try and promote your stuff on YouTube. It's pathetic. You know, we did get some more subscribers, and hopefully some of those people are sticking around and they're watching these sort of shows on the channel. But you know, it's a lot of money to spend out just to have another watcher. But you know, live and learn. Living and learning. Retrogames is going to carry on. Jason Japan show, I mean, is going to carry on. Episode 3 next week. Can it do any worse? It could do worse. But I think episode 3 is the best episode that I've done so far, and episode 4 is still in the edit process. And I've got to be honest, I'm not desperately keen to carry on editing for a bit because I need a bit of a rest from it. But I definitely think I've got probably 7 or 8 shows amount of content. So it will carry on, but it's going to have a bit of a break after episode 4, possibly after episode 3. we'll see. We'll see. Thank you for all the lovely comments, and I think that most of you share what you can see in the video is I was absolutely smitten with Japan. It is the place to go. If you're a gamer, you need to go there. You just need. I always just dream. I used to dream about being in Japan before I actually got there. And it was just always there. It was always there. Why haven't I been? You know, you gone on holiday. Why didn't you go there? Why didn't you do it? And now that I've been, I'm desperate to go back. And hopefully, maybe next year I can go back. I hope so. But you know, you never know. You never know. Anyway, moving on. It's a big listing week. We haven't had one of them for a long time. Yeah, 600, over 600 items listed this week on the Retrogames website. Now that is a big week, and obviously that means there's a lot of stuff for me to choose for this show. I've chosen a bit of stuff. I haven't chosen any. I can't make this show last hours as well. The last show was long. This one more normal, hopefully, but there's still quite a lot of stuff in that box. Yeah, 600, a big listing where you've got loads of stuff on, and really varied from Atari ST, Atari 400, 800, Nintendo Gameboy, loads of Sega stuff, tons, I mean literally tons of PlayStation, Spectrum, Amstrad CPC, BBC, yeah, I mean just a huge variety. PC Engine, we actually sold a massive, because we've been listing all week this week, trying to catch up, ready for the big season. Yeah, we sold a massive wodge of lovely PC Engine games to one of our regulars. Thank you, Sam. Yeah, and brilliant. That's what you need to do. You need to be keeping an eye on the site, just a little check on it, just see what we're listing, because we have been listing almost every day this week. And you guys have been kindly buying some stuff, which is very nice. Thank you. Please keep buying stuff. What shall I say? Let's get on with it, Jace. Roll the jingle. Roll the jingle, Jace. What's in the box? Yeah. Okay, what's in the box? Okay, let's start with Atari ST. Atari ST, because I know Jen Pix is a big fan of Atari ST. He always says, oh, I love the Atari ST, Amiga's rubbish. And we got some really interesting stuff at ST this week. What about this? Magic Boy. Isn't it a beautiful game? Let's just have a look. That is a beautiful thing, isn't it? I mean, it's just so much life. It's vivacious. The colours, it's just like a gorgeous thing. It's got a sticker on it there. It's got a sticker. It's got a bonus game, special offer, limited edition only. This pack contains the superb. I hate that word, superb. Don't stick a B on the end of an adjective. I don't know. I'm trying to think of incrediblurb. I don't know. Yeah, superb. I don't like superb. I don't know why. That was superb. Thanks, love. Thank you. I did my best. That's not rude. It's not rude. Superb. Cool Croc Twins. Worth over £25. It's just a nice sticker and a freebie game. I'll open it up. Quite rare, this. Quite rare. And here we go. We've got two lots of discs. Got the two lots of discs. And there's the Jazzy manual. Yeah, it's very nice condition. Very rare. It's just nice to have something exciting for the Atari ST in this week. That's not the only one though. It's not the only one. I've picked a few. What about this? Viz. We love Viz, don't we? Viz is absolutely part of my childhood. We used to, when I was in school, we used to go over to the newsagents and get, you had to be 18 to buy it, but you could get away with it, 16, 17. You buy Viz, rude, naughty comic, all Buster Gonads, fat slags. I mean, there was a whole, I mean, not PC now, it's probably, well, it's not for PC, it's Atari ST. Got you. But yeah, classic Viz. It's a really good mixture of like comedy mini games. And it was just a lot of fun. It's just that Viz humour stretched out into a computer game, and it comes with not just comes with the discs and the manual. They've got a very nice manual there, but it also comes with the Viz book of crap jokes, and that came, and I thought, what an excuse. Let's do one. I'm going to pick a page at random. Let's do it. Let's put it on. Elf joke. So there's an elf there. Let me read it. So long as you've got your elf, that's the main thing. I mean, you get it, don't you? Okay, that wasn't a great... One more. All right, I know. We'll get to the games in a minute. One more. A better one. Lamp shop service department. Okay, let me just read this. In this business, we have to maintain the highest standards. Now, that is a joke that doesn't really stand the test of the time, because they are called standard lamps. If you don't know how they were called, nobody has standard lamps anymore, and nobody calls them standard lamps. It's the sort of thing your nan had. Anyway, brilliant joke book, and just a lovely, cheeky, naughty game. Now one more for Atari ST, and this is a really, really rare game. Never had this in stock before. This is Bart versus the World, and you think, well, that doesn't look like a rare game. Yeah, it doesn't look like a rare game because you've seen it on so many other formats, even like, you know, Super Nintendo, Mega Drive, even on some of the 8-bit formats. But for an Atari ST version, no, this is rarer than a goose's tooth. I'm not teaching chickens to suck their egg, but yeah, they're super rare, even though it's a Simpsons game. Really, really obscure, and there it is, it's immaculate condition. Bart versus the World for Atari ST. And how much is that? How much did he put on it? 100 quid. 100 quid, but I actually think it's probably worth more than that. I don't know, it might sell really quick, or I might be here for years. I like it when rare games stay here for years, so I win either way. Okay, what's next? Let's just talk about this. I got something here for the Dreamcast, and we talked a bit when I did those Dreamcast specials about Seaman. You remember Seaman? Deemed too out there for a European audience, Seaman was released in 1999 in the USA and Japan, and must rank as the craziest game Sega ever produced. You were tasked with the development of a fish-like creature who reacts to touch and your voice through the included microphone. After only a few days in its fish tank, the creature develops human-like characteristics, learning to talk.
No, I'm not cold.
And ask strange questions.
So, do you own a laptop or a desktop?
Seemingly obsessed with computers, Seaman takes a disturbing turn when he decides to reproduce.
I think I'd like to make a baby. Oh, that feels good.
Once you've grown suitably fond of your computerised pet, the end of the game is tinged with sadness as Seaman develops the ability to live on land and escapes into the jungle.
Freedom.
Yes, classic Seaman, and here he is. I love this guy. This is the Japanese original, and there he is on the back there. But something happens. I can't believe it. Something happens to my Seaman when I... It's too easy. It's too easy. Come on, Sega. Thank you for this. Something happens when your semen gets dried up. How your semen dries up? If you just leave it in its storage container for too long, something happens to it. And I've got it. Oh, hang on. I'm just pulling the disc. Pull the disc out. I'm pulling the disc out. There's the man. And here you can see that is the microphone. And there's a little bit of green residue. That is the foam from the microphone. It is completely. And I actually thought you might want to see this, so I just put it in a case just to show you. There's all the green fluff that's just like, look, I'm not even going to sniff it. It's disintegrated. It's, look, oh my, it actually is completely disintegrated. And I just thought, well, that's an interesting, I like to know which games have got issues related to time. And obviously Seaman has. That microphone, it disintegrates all on its own, left in the box too long. And now you know. So I would say get your semen out, agitate it a bit, get it out of the packet, give it some agitation. I wouldn't say make it moist. I would just say give it some agitation. Maybe keep it somewhere fresh, not in the fridge. I don't know. I don't really know about preserving foam on a microphone. I don't, but I was very interested. It still works. It doesn't affect the use of the game. Okay, I mentioned Amstrad. I've got one Amstrad. I only picked one. I can't get excited about Amstrad. I'm sorry. I know you guys all love Amstrad, but I'm not really allowed to like it because of what they did to Sinclair. You know this. You know this. You agree. But there's such a classic title. Costa Panier's Alien Highway, sequel to Highway Encounter. Beautiful example for the Amstrad. And I thought that's an excuse to show it on the show. Check it out. Oh yes, here we are. Classic Highway Encounter. Oh yeah, I just need to push this funnel. I have to admit, as much as I love this game, as it's embedded in my soul, it doesn't look very impressive these days, does it? Yes, Alien Highway. That's our only Amstrad game. Oh, back to Sega now. This is a Sega's Japanese. Still a bit of Japanese stuff this week. Japanese Sega Saturn game, and it's Tomb Raider, but it's called Tomb Raiders. Isn't that weird? So that is the original first game, Tomb Raider, on every other format, but on the Saturn it's called Tomb Raiders. And you've still got Lara's cheeky body there. It's in lovely condition, this one, beautiful. And look there on the disc, Tomb Raiders. Just funny, isn't it? I can't remember another game where they just added the plural onto the Japanese version. I know. You're thinking, Jace, you're looking for things that are fascinating that really aren't. But I was finding it interesting. I'm sorry. Okay, let's go PC Engine, because we did list a lot of PC Engine. A lot of it's sold now, but we still got a few. I wanted to show you a few of these games because they're obscure, but they didn't come out for a lot of other formats. This is a Hue card, Japanese Hue card, and this is it's called Wonder Momo, and it's actually Wonder Woman. Check it out. Yeah, now on James's show, he calls these brawlers. I don't know why I don't use that. It's a brilliant adjective for the Final Fight type, Renegade. So many of them games. Brawler. You're walking along having a fight. Yeah. Why? That's a little more. It's a brawler-ish, isn't it? Brawler-ish. That one, I liked it. And this one is for I'll get this one specially for James. Yeah, it's Outrun! Yeah, James, Outrun PC Engine. I'm sure your copy is box complete. This is just a loose cart. But just as a reminder, what's Outrun like on PC Engine? Classic! Yeah, classic. And one more, and this one I was really excited about. I've never had this in stock before. Knight Rider Special! I'm going to say it, I think this is the best version of a Knight Rider game on any system. It's a bit like Outrun, isn't it? A little bit. It's nice to run them back to back. Dodging the bad guys. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Knight Rider, doesn't it? And there's the boost. It's a bit too big, isn't it? I mean, we all loved it when Kit did a jump. Yes, Knight Rider. Look at that beautiful cartridge. Isn't that all your 1980s dreams come true? Beautiful. Can you imagine how excited Retro Recipe would get about this? Yeah, Retro Recipe is so rich. The guy, his channel has so much traffic, so popular. He actually bought the Knight Rider car. I mean, I don't like to promote them because I'm so jealous of their success. But the Retro Recipe channel, yeah, he owns Knight Rider, the car. And he looks like George Michael. Anyway, moving on. Well, there's a format in here that I know you guys like. It is a Spectrum. Yes, we've got some Spectrum. I just picked 3 because we had some interesting. We had a lot of Spectrum stuff on the site this week, and I picked 3 that I thought were really exciting. And the first one is this. Calm. The Hobbit. Yes, The Hobbit, but it is the double case edition. So rare. Usually you have that horrible black box which was sealed round with the manual on the front, which means when the seal was broken, the manual came off. It's got no cover. It's just a plain black box. You put the manual in the box. Yeah, they were lazy. Melbourne House were lazy. They didn't put a sticker. There was a Hobbit sticker on the front of that box. Fine. Put them, you know, like your Marsbort, Tin and Og, all those games, Night Law, Alien 8. You have a sticker on the front and the back, if you like, and then you put the manual inside. And they did it with all their other releases, you know, Herg, it's got a sticker on the front, Melbourne Draw. There must be others as well. Yeah, but for some reason, they didn't do that. But this is a very rare double case edition. Beautiful. I mean, it is a stunning thing. It's a stunning game. Separate manual in there. But yeah, it's the same game. It's The Hobbit, but reissued in a case that we all want to collect. I want to collect it. Beautiful. Another Spectrum game here. And what about this? Supercars, one of my favourite 16-bit games. But what is Supercars like on the Spectrum? It's awful, Jace. Yeah, I'm sorry. This game is dreadful on the Spectrum. It's too slow. The Spectrum can't cope with it. They're trying to do pseudo 3D levels. Look at the skid. We'll do a skid here. Oh, terrible. I mean, it's just so slow. You know, this game would be fine. The graphics aren't too bad. If it was a bit faster, it would be okay. But this is a prime example of why you shouldn't convert 16-bit games to the humble 8-bit Spectrum. Yeah, classic top-down racing action. I love top-down racers. Oh, call me stupid, I don't care. Super Sprint is my jam. Beautiful condition. It's got a separate manual there. And there's the cassette. Of course, it's got the cassette because games are really hard to play if that's not included. Yeah, Supercars, very rare. I mean, it's very late. This is a 16-bit game, converted late. 1990. I thought it was going to be later than that. 1990. Yeah, this is the period that time forgot on the Spectrum, those later games. And here's another one, my last game of the Spectrum, and it is a classic brawler, Final Fight. Yeah, well, what is Final Fight? We think, yeah, okay, Final Fight, Neo Geo, no, Super Famicom, Mega CD. Yeah, but what's it like on the Specky? Bad news, Jace. It's a steaming pile of poo. You son of a... What have you done to her? Nothing yet, but we would like the opportunity. What? That seems really offensive. Really offensive now. But maybe not as offensive as this. Now they've tried. They've gone for a digitised style graphics, but it's lumbering. I mean, you can count the frames. It's so slow. They concentrated on the graphics and forgot actually simpler graphics that actually could move and make it playable. Might be good. I mean, you can kind of see its Final Fight. I don't really want to see that it's Final Fight. The Spectrum was not made for this kind of thing. Yeah, they had a good go, didn't they? They had a good go at it. It is Final Fight on the Spectrum. Beautiful condition. Very nice example. I like these card boxes. I know a lot of people prefer the double case, single case. You know, all you stupid budget collectors. No, not stupid. I didn't mean that. All you budget game crazy people who want Final Fight on the budget version, you can't compare it to the beauty of... it's got the original receipt. They paid $14.99 for it. When was that? When did they buy it? 92, 19th of September 1992. That was purchased. That is original receipt. I like it. We've got the original manual, Capcom logo. We've got gold power. This is a brochure of US gold games. The Godfather, that's rare. Outrun Europa, a bit rare. G-Lock, it's quite rare. Alien Storm, rare. They're all in these lovely boxes. Bonanza Brothers, very rare. Mega Twins, I don't think I've ever seen that on Spectrum. Did it come out on Spectrum? Available on Amstrad Commodore Spectrum cassette. Did it? I don't think it came out in a box. Is it a double case? Oh, I need to think about that. Mega Twins. I want it. I want it. Final Fight. Gauntlet 3. Now, Gauntlet 3 is super rare on Spectrum. That is card box. It's Super L, all the formats, Super L, ST and Amiga. And there's a couple of compilations. I've never seen this one. Capcom Collection, that is a different box to the actual Capcom Collection that came out, isn't it? Yeah, Dynasty Wars, Stride, I don't know, that's a rare compo. It's a rare compo. Max, that's not so... Anyway, you know I get excited about brochures. And then we've got a lovely unfilled in warranty card. Beautiful. And the original plastic bag. I mean, give me... I know, I accidentally called fellow collectors stupid. I didn't mean to, because you're not stupid. Because there's massive value in budget games and they look so lovely in uniform on a shelf. But you can't really compare it. You can't compare a Hit Squad reissue compared to like the beauty of a proper card. Lovely little box. Anyway, you know where I stand. That's where I stand. I stand here. Okay, what's next in the box? Okay, well, this was a big week for vintage Sega. We got some amazing early Sega stuff. I'm not saying we're okay, you know. I'm going to show you some games for the SG-1000, the SC-3000 and the Mark III. Now these are three consoles which Sega released before the Master System. Now it's a bit of Wild West because they are intercompatible. Some games are on card, you know, the Master System, that card in the front. Yeah, Mark III, a lot of the games came on card too. Not Mark III, not 2, card. But you could play those on the SG-1000 and the SC-3000 with something called a card catcher. Let's have a look at the card catcher. So you could play card games in a cartridge slot. And they are all three of those different machines are quite intercompatible. The SC-3000, released by John Sands Corporation, officially licensed by Sega in Australia, and it actually was quite popular and did quite well in Australia. Japan, SC-3000, SG-1000, Mark III, I think they did better than Master System over there, but still so early and so rare. And so I've got some games to show you, and we'll see if we can find some of these up and running to give you a glimpse of what early Sega is like. And the first one we're going to start with is the legendary Hypersports. Cartridge only, yeah, beautiful condition. I'm going to rattle through these because I've got quite a lot. Now this is a Mark III branded, and you can see it's got that gold sticker. It's a white casing. This is a proper early Sega cartridge. And this game is Astro Warriors. Now, as you may know, this also came out for Master System as Astro Warrior, and I thought this would be a good chance to show you what they are like in comparison. So this is the Master System version, and you can see it's a better resolution, more detail on the sprites. There you go, side by side. But there's not a lot in it, is there? They are very similar games. Hey, Adrian! Yeah, Rocky in the house. And obviously these titles, they came out for Master System. But this is Rocky on the Mark III, which also compatible with SG-1000 and SC-3000. It's complicated, isn't it? Complicated. Rocky! More. Now we're getting some Gallagher. Gallagher! That's like the Namco coin-op. For a Sega system. It's got a little bit of a label issue there. But Gallagher for SC-3000 and SG-1000. And it does say that on the cartridges, you can see that. Yeah, it's a minefield, but you know, if you know that they're all compatible, you might need a card catcher if it's a different format. But if you know they're all compatible, we might as well just call it the SGSC, or just so it's some broad term to cover all of them. I've actually, on the site, they are actually broken down into 3 different categories, but they're all intercompatible. So it's tricky. It's tricky. What about this one? It's a Sega Flipper. Yeah, Sega pinball game. Cartridge only. Yeah, beautiful. Keep going, Jace. What about this? I like the look of this one. Safari Race. Actually, this is a weird one. Yeah, a crazy racing game where badly animated animals walk onto the track. There's a tiny elephant. Oh, he's big. He's big. And it speeds up and slows down all the time. And it's really jerky and really hard to play. It's a long way from Sega Rally. I love the graphics. You know me in racing games. I just think that looks so cool and of the time. Very nice. It's got a year on 1984. We are talking 1984. That's like, this is rival to the Famicom. It's before the Master System was like honing all this stuff into a new console for the West. But no. What about this? Load Runner. Platform fun, and there it is, beautiful cartridge. Load Runner. Any more, Jace? Yes, there's more. Another racing game, another one you might recognise the title to. Zippy Race. Nothing to do with Rainbow.
Yeah, what's going on?
Yeah, Zippy Race. Beautiful. Lovely. Okay, now let's get to the boxed stuff. That was just the loose cartridges. I've got a lot of stuff. So let's go for this one. This is Star Jacker. So they're nice card boxes. They do remind me of maybe MSX or something like that. You've got a little sleeve, or in television maybe. So you've got a little sleeve for the manual there, and there the cartridge sits in like a card out of box. Simple card tab that just plugs back in. Star Jacker. I mean, this is so nice, isn't it? It's a real vintage, exciting Sega. We don't get as much Sega as the Nintendo. I don't know why. We just don't get as much as I'd like. Safari Hunting. Now this game just seems a bit wrong for modern times. And yeah, you're killing defenceless animals on Safari. Okay, so yeah, you shoot the animals. It's horrible, isn't it? I'm shooting a lion there. And then you get their corpse and you can drag the corpse back to your bus. And then jump in the bus. I know, so I'm killing an elephant. Hang on, I'll get it now. Shoot the elephant. Go around the corner, shoot it. Now I've got 30 seconds to drag it back to my truck. Oh, I don't know, it just seems defenceless creatures in the wild, and we just kill them back in the bus. And off we go. It's got some interesting artwork there, kind of cartoony, not very Sega style, is it? And again, beautiful condition. And that, open that box up. The manual tucked inside that little flap. Keep going, Jace. Okay, so we've got some black box, smaller. This is a smaller box. I'll just demo that. Big box, little box. This is called Exerion. There you go. No manual in this one, just the cartridge in the box. But yes, very nice space shooter. Champion Pro Wrestling. Very nice. Again, I really like the style of that, actually. I mean, these are quite different. You think of the minimalistic kind of design of Western Master System boxes. These are old school, proper art inlays, sort of thing you'd get on an 8-bit game. kind of comedy. I mean, look at that one. This is Champion Soccer. And it's just that it's just really nice design, isn't it? Classic. But well, they have got the manuals. These ones. Oh, here's a classic, a Sega classic, Zaxxon. I'll just get this one out of the box, just to give you a little look what it's like inside. There we go. And it's a beautiful cartridge too, look at that. That's not just plain black with the writing, that has got the same image from the box and the same on the manual. Yeah, I wasn't just being boring, not showing you inside the boxes. I know a lot of collecting is about the condition and about what they look like inside the boxes. I'm aware of that. Okay, what's now another one? This is another track and field. No, Hyper Sports, but a small box version. And you can see on here it says cartridge for SC3000, SG1000, ROM 32 kilobytes. That's not a lot, is it? 32k games. You know, Spectrum's got more power than that, hasn't it? And now I've got that one out of the box too, to give you a little blast. Okay. And you know I am a massive fan of all Hyper Sports, track and field, Konami, multi-event sports games. They're my jam now. It's not just top-down racing. Okay, now we've got some gold box. Now these ones are branded for the Mark III. The Mark III, and this is Alien Syndrome. And look at that. This is, I mean, I think these are beautiful things. It's just a beautiful object, isn't it? Classic game, of course. Alien Syndrome again came out for Master System. I'll show you the cartridge and the manual. We've got red manuals for these, so gold and red. And look at the quality of that. That is glossy and gold. Just a really lovely, lovely game. Ken Sidon. Now Ken Sidon. Do you remember he was in Coronation Street? No. Ken Sidon. That's another game that you will find on Master System, isn't it? It's like they used all these games to reboot and make Master System versions. And again, it's got that gorgeous gold cartridge and red manual. And that is lovely, isn't it? It's a lovely thing. Very nice. One more of these gold cartridges. And that is this. And it's another one you'll know the name of. Zillion. The Master System game Zillion, and there's Zillion 2 as well, isn't there? And again, just really lovely in these gold boxes and gold cartridges. Okay, now the last two things in my box are still early Sega, but these are the card games. So the things you need the card catcher for if you're going to play on SG1000 or SC3000. But they will slot into the Mark III. So this game is Hero, the Activision game Hero. And it's a lovely box. You can see it's really nice. Very early, and there you can see, you recognise the game. It's a bit fragile. I'm going to open it up and show you. So the manual is in the little card flaps, and they're in a wallet like a PC Engine game. They're very much like a Hue card, actually. And I have got one here to compare it with, haven't I? I can do that. Let's grab one of these and just look. I mean, they're the wrong upside down, aren't they? They look like they should be husband and wife. But yeah, they're very nice, aren't they? Beautiful cards. You'd like to think that NEC took the inspiration for PC Engine games from those cards, but I think NEC were responsible for the first ever solid state memory cards anyway, for music. I think they released their own format. Anyway, I'm digressing. for NEC. And here is the last one. This is a Sega My Card. This is branded Sega My Card. And again, it's another card game for Mark III. And you think, oh, this is like a non-standard. This is a standard box. They just put any game on, but it's not. It's not. It has got the picture of the game on the back. Hang on, what's the game? Astro Flash. Astro Flash. Let's just open that up, and again, beautiful condition. Got the card, and it opens up for the manual. Oh, it's a bit loose. Manual inside there. There you go. In there, you've got a lovely. Look at that plastic there, embossed Sega logo. Very nice, isn't it? It's a very nice, unusual thing. Yeah. So. I'm still hitting the target of showing you loads of stuff you've probably never seen before. I think I've done another good week of it. So I think that's a great position to end the show. Thank you ever so much for watching. Please tell anybody on your channel about my Japan show. Please, I will love you forever. I'm going to pay you all off at Christmas with my mega Christmas show, which I'm going to be giving loads of stuff away. So just bear that in mind. Give me lots of love on your channels. And thank you ever so much for watching. Until next week, happy retro gaming, retro gamers!
Retrogames says thank you for watching. Retrogames says thank you for watching.
So now I've got to try and put all the post-it notes back on them so that I know what the titles are.